All right. Good morning, everyone. Court will begin with the November 21, 2022 docket. And we're live streamed, by the way. We're on YouTube. And I have here Mr. Hernandez. Good morning, sir. Yeah, he needs to unmute.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
Yes, sir. Fine. Thank you. Good morning. I think you represent Ismael Guerrero.
Yes, Your Honor. We were retained on his DWI case back in, I think it was 2019, but it had stayed pending up until now. But I believe he has some additional charges that the public defender's office was representing him on.
Oh, yeah. He's also here with public defender.
Yes, Your Honor.
Number two?
Yeah.
And number three. Okay. And so, yeah, let me see if I can bring Mr. Public Defender here, Mr. Lopez.
Okay.
He already took care of his felony case?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe he pled to state jail time, so
Okay.
he needed to dispose of his misdemeanors, and the public defender's office, I believe, signed him up on some of his cases, and then we signed him up on this DWI that we were retained on.
Oh, okay.
So we're
All
both
right.
kind of on it together.
Okay. We can do it together here. We can do a,
Yeah, he has 2, 3, and number 7.
and number 7. There you go.
So you can do Mr. Hernandez first and then.
Yeah, Mr. Hernandez, your case is only the DWI case, right?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right.
Correct.
Let me do that one, and then we'll get Mr. Lopez to do the other 3, okay?
Thank you,
Okay.
Judge. Good morning.
All right, let's see here. We have CR 19 12 934D Ismael Barajas Guerrero. Please raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yes?
Yes,
To
sir.
enter.
I did.
Okay. All right. Your case is, this is the DWI case, Class B misdemeanor. It carries a potential penalty of up to 180 days in jail and not more than a $2,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that you're entitled to a jury trial, you're entitled to an appeal, and that you waived those 2 rights.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
No.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendation after you give a plea?
Yeah.
And what is your plea, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
All right. State?
Your Honor, the state offers plea documents and offense reports as State's Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant's right of appeal as State's Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14 disclosures as State's Exhibit 3, and waiver of risk and needs assessment as State's Exhibit 4. State would also request defense counsel stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court. State would further request defense counsel stipulate to the fact that all evidence which has been e-filed is sufficient to corroborate today's plea of guilty.
Your Honor, we have no objections to all the state's exhibits. We so agree and stipulate a venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court.
And without objection, so admitted. It'll be the judgment of the court. The defendant, Ismael Guerrero, is guilty as charged in CR 19 12 934D, the DWI case. Recommendation, State?
Honor, in CR 19-12-934D, the state recommends a $100 fine, court costs 12 days, Hidalgo County Jail, credit for 12 days.
12 for 12. Court will hereby waive the fine and court costs. It'll be a time served. All right, Mr. Hernandez, time served on the DWI.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, sir. You're excused. Have a great day. Happy holidays.
Thank you, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Guerrero, we still have 3 more cases. State, there's 3 more. Will it be like a plea on 2 and 1 dismissal?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, I think I see the dismissal here. I'm going to leave that alone, but I'm going to go to the other one. Are you ready, Mr. Lopez?
Yes, good morning, Judge. We're ready.
Okay, Mr. Guerrero, the 2 other cases, CR 20 04-183D, CR 22-07-296D. Both of them are Class B misdemeanors. Each case carries a potential penalty of up to 180 days in jail and not more than a $2,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Both of them are criminal mischief cases. You're entitled to a jury trial again. You're entitled to an appeal. And did you waive those 2 rights?
Yes, sir.
All right. You already told me you haven't been declared mentally incompetent. We got that already. You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendation when you give a plea?
Yes, sir.
And what is your plea, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily on both cases?
Yes.
All right, state.
Your Honor, the state offers plea documents and offense reports at State's Exhibit 1, notification, certification of defendant's right of appeal, State's Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14 disclosures as State's Exhibit 3, and waiver of risk and needs assessment as State's Exhibit 4. State would also request defense counsel stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court. State would further request defense counsel stipulate to the fact that all evidence which has been e-filed is sufficient to corroborate today's plea of guilty.
No objection to the exhibits offered. We stipulate to venue jurisdiction. We also stipulate that these documents corroborate this plea of guilty, Your Honor.
All right. Without objection, so admitted. It'll be the judgment of the court. The defendant is guilty as charged on both cause numbers, CR 20-04-183D and CR 22-07-296D. Recommendations, are they the same by any chance?
No, Judge, they're
They're different. Okay, the first one, CR 20-04-183D.
Yes, the state recommends a $100 fine, court costs 142 days, Hidalgo County Jail credit for 142 days, $1,950 of restitution due and owing to Precinct 1 County Commissioner's Office. And
It'll be a
CR
due and owing?
22 Yes, Judge.
Due and owing, okay.
How much was
And
it?
in CR
I think it's
22,
1950, right? 1950?
yes, Judge.
1950.00. All right. So then on this one, court will waive the fine and court costs 142 for 142 days served. It'll be a time served with a due and owing of the $1,150. And in the next recommendation,
Yes, Judge. In CR 22-07-296D, the state recommends a $100 fine, court costs 148 days, Hidalgo County Jail credit for 148 days, and $500 restitution due and owing to Amelia Zavala Solis.
you got the name?
Amelia Solis.
Amelia Solis. All right, on this one, it'll be zero fine, zero court cost because of the time in jail, but it'll be 148 for 148 days served. It'll be a time and served, time served with due and owing of $100 on this one as well. Now there's another one, right? What is that announcement?
In CR 20-04182D, the state will move to dismiss this case pursuant to the plea in the previous.
Court
case.
will grant the state's motion to dismiss in CR 20-04182D, State versus Ismael Guerrero. This case is hereby dismissed. All right. Did you understand all of that, Mr. Guerrero?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, is that your understanding, Mr. Lopez?
Yes, Your Honor, that's our understanding.
All right, Mr. Guerrero, you're excused, and good luck over there. Okay, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Stay safe.
Mr. Lopez also has Ruben Gonzalez, number 5 and number 13.
Number 5 and 13, Ruben Gonzalez. 5 and 13. We have an announcement here, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, an announcement on this one. All right, CR. First of all, let me see here.
First one is a motion to revoke number 5.
Okay, motion to revoke CR 21-13-756D, Ruben Gonzalez, MTR, motion to revoke. Yes, what do we have on this one, Mr. Lopez?
Your Honor, on both of these cases, Judge, if I may
Sure.
address, he has also a second case, CR-22-11640-D.
Correct.
Your Honor, we're just requesting more time, Judge. The complaint was filed on Thursday, the 17th. Judge, we filed our motion for discovery. It's a quick turnaround. We don't have the discovery yet, Judge. We're requesting maybe a week or so. So
Yeah.
we can get that information.
We'll bring
Okay.
him in.
All right, we'll do that. We'll give you the date later on. Okay, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. In the meantime, there's a bond already for the MTR?
There is no bond for the motion to revoke. No, Judge.
Your Honor,
Okay.
for the motion to revoke, the state is requesting a 15,000 cash surety, Judge.
Okay. All right. We'll go ahead and do that. 15,000 cash surety on this one. All right, but we'll set it for a week or so, and we'll let everybody know. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. We're not gonna do nothing today. Thank you very much. You may be excused, Mr. Gonzalez. Thank you.
Number 4, Terry Coronado.
Is that it, Mr. Lopez?
That's all I have, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, you're excused.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Jesus Ureste Perez, Terry Coronado, number 5.
Jesus Uresti Perez.
The motion to revoke.
All right, that'll be, yes, ma'am. Good morning, Ms. Coronado. It'll be have an MTR.
Yes, Judge, and we're present and ready for a plea.
All right, MTR. Please raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Judge, you may need an interpreter.
Okay.
¿Juras que el testimonio que vas a dar es la verdad, solamente la verdad y nada más que la verdad?
Sí.
Yes,
And
puedes
you can
bajar
put your
tu
hand
mano.
All right, CR 20-08-183D, Jesus Oresti Perez. This is a motion to revoke proceeding whereby the Adult Probation Office and DA's office are both alleging that you violated your probation. You understand that?
Jesús, en este caso es una audiencia donde el Departamento de Libertad Condicional y el fiscal dicen que tú violaste tus condiciones de libertad condicional. ¿Tú comprendes eso, sí o no?
Sí.
Yes.
All right. Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
¿Alguna vez te han declarado que estés mentalmente incompetente?
No.
No.
You understand that if the court does find that you did violate your probation, that the court may sentence you to the full amount of punishment that was probated back then when you pled guilty?
Jesús, ¿comprendes tú que si la corte sí encuentra que tú violaste de perdido una de estas condiciones, la corte te puede dar la sentencia originalmente cuando tú te declaraste culpable? ¿Comprendes eso, sí o no?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Has your attorney explained to you what are the conditions of probation that you allegedly violated?
¿Y tu abogada te ha explicado a ti a cuáles son las condiciones que dicen que tú violaste?
Sí.
Yes.
And do you understand them all pretty well?
¿Y tú las comprendes todas bien?
Sí.
Yes.
And what is your plea, sir? True or not true that you at least violated one of those conditions?
¿Y cómo te declaras? ¿Sí es cierto o no, no es cierto que violaste de perdido una de esas condiciones?
Sí, pues culpable.
La respuesta es sí es cierto o no, no es cierto.
Sí.
Okay.
¿Sí es cierto?
Sí.
Ok, es lo que el juez necesita oír.
Sí.
Sí es cierto.
Sí, cierto.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank
it's
you.
true.
And
Gracias.
okay, state.
Your Honor, the state offers waiver of rights, consent of stipulation of evidence, and plea of true to state's motion to revoke as states exhibit 1. State also requests defendant stipulate that he is the same defendant who was previously placed on probation.
Judge, we have no objection and we do agree to stipulate.
Without objection, so admitted. It'll be the finding of this court that Jesus Perez did violate probation in CR 20-08-183D. Recommendation, state?
Your Honor, the state recommends a $100 fine, court costs 109 days, Hidalgo County Jail, credit for 109 days, and restitution due and owing of $3,039.30 to victim Rebecca Peña.
Rebecca, man, did you get the amount now? 3039.30?
Yes, Judge.
3039.30. All right. So then, he's done 109 days in jail, right, Mrs. Conrado?
Yes, Judge, that's correct.
All right. So therefore, court can waive the fine and court costs because of the time in jail, and in the amount is 3,039.30 to Rebecca Peña. You understand that, Mrs. Conrado?
Yes, Judge, we do. And he will be deported, Judge. You understand that? But prior to being deported, he is going to do some time for his felony.
All right. So it'll be a due and owing of 39.30 to
Jesús, en el
Rebecca Peña.
caso tuyo te va a dar tiempo servido el juez, te quitó la multa y los costos de corte, te va a dar crédito por los 109 días que ya has servido en este caso. Si vas a tener una cantidad pendiente de 3,039.30 centavos que se le van a deber a la víctima Rebeca Peña.
Sí.
Okay.
Suerte.
So that'll do it. Thank you very much. You may be excused.
Se puede retirar.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Okay,
¿Puedo
thank
hacer
you,
una
ma'am.
pregunta?
Can I
Yes,
have a
Ms.
question?
Coronado, he's got a question.
¿Qué es tu pregunta, Jesús?
Es que lo que pasa que todavía la troca, todavía tiene el aparato. Quería saber cómo lo puede quitar.
Still has the interlock in his vehicle. How is he going to take that off?
Oh,
Es que la troca está estorbando.
okay. Yes, Ms. Ramirez?
Judge, I'll let the vendor know that he was revoked and they'll take it up. They can go take it in and they'll take it up.
Jesús, el oficial le va a hablar con la compañía de que el caso tuyo ya está arreglado. So ya entonces ya va a depender de un familiar tuyo que lleve la troca ahí al lugar para que le quiten el aparato.
Okay.
Si hay un problema, cuando esté ahí la persona ahí, que se comuniquen con el oficial. Pueden llamar a la oficina del oficial.
Okay.
¿Ok? Gracias.
All right,
Suerte.
thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Ruben Luna, he's got number 8, Francisco Padron.
Francisco Padron. All right, he had a felony and he pled already, right?
Yes, Judge.
All right, okay.
Was he signed up, Mr. Luna?
Was he signed by Mr. Luna?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, very well. We got Francisco Padron. Will he need interpreting?
Yes, Your Honor, as well.
All right.
Francisco, levanta tu mano derecha.
You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the
¿Juras
truth?
que el testimonio que vas a dar es la verdad, solamente la verdad y nada más que la verdad?
Sí.
Yes,
You may
puedes bajar
put
tu
your hand
mano.
out. TR 220897AD, Francisco Padron, your charge here, DWI, Class B misdemeanor. It carries a potential penalty of up to 180 days in jail and not more than a $2,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that?
Francisco, en el caso tuyo es una clase B. Bajo la ley es no más de una multa de $2,000 y no más de 6 meses en la cárcel. La pregunta del juez es, ¿comprendes eso sí o no?
Sí.
Yes.
You understand that you're entitled to a jury trial, you're entitled to an appeal, and that you waive those two rights?
¿Comprendes tú que tienes el derecho de que un jurado oiga tu caso? También tienes el derecho de apelar, pero es correcto que has rechazado esos dos derechos.
Sí.
Yes.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
¿Alguna vez te han declarado que estés mentalmente incompetente?
No.
No.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendation until you give your plea?
¿Y comprendes tú que la corte no tiene que seguir la recomendación hasta después de que tú te declares culpable? ¿Comprendes eso?
Sí.
Yes.
You understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, that you plead guilty in your case may result in deportation, exclusion from admission to this country, or the denial of naturalization, the federal law?
Y comprendes que si no eres ciudadano de este país y te declaras culpable, eso puede resultar en deportación, exclusión o que te niegue la entrada a este país bajo leyes federales. ¿Comprendes eso, sí o no?
Sí.
Yes.
And was that explained to you by your attorney?
¿Y eso se te explicó a ti por tu abogado?
Sí.
Yes.
And how do you plead, sir? Guilty or not
¿Y
guilty?
cómo te declaras? ¿Culpable o no culpable?
Culpable.
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
¿Y te estás declarando culpable libre y voluntariamente?
Sí.
Yes.
All right, state.
State offers plea documents and offense reports as State's Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant's right of appeal as State's Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14 disclosures as State's Exhibit 3, and waiver of risk and needs assessment as State's Exhibit 4. State would also request defense counsel stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court. State would further request defense counsel stipulate to the fact that all evidence which has been e-filed is sufficient to corroborate today's plea of guilty.
No objection to State's exhibits, Your Honor. So agreed and stipulated.
And without objection, so admitted. It will be the judgment of the court. The defendant is guilty as charged. And our recommendation state?
In CR 22089878D, the state recommends a $100 fine, court costs 72 days, Hidalgo County Jail credit for 72 days.
Yeah, court will hereby waive the fine and court costs because of the time in jail. And we'll go ahead and make it a time served. Is that the understanding, Mr. Luna?
It is, Judge.
All right, that'll be time served, Mr. Padron.
Francisco, en el caso tuyo te van a dar tiempo servido. Ya serviste 72 días, en este caso crédito por 72. Le va a quitar la multa y los costos de cortes o ya con eso se arregla este caso. Suerte.
All right, thank you.
Thank you,
All right,
Judge.
Mr. Lynn, your excuse. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I have Mr. Daniel Gonzalez. He has Eduardo Ramos.
Eduardo Ortiz Ramos.
And I believe
Okay,
only one.
okay. Mr. Gonzalez, can you hear me?
Judge,
Yes, sir. Good morning. How you doing?
good morning, Your Honor. How you doing, Your Honor?
Great. Does your client require interpreting?
Yes, Your Honor. He's a Spanish speaker, Your Honor. And
Okay.
Your Honor, if I may, prior to the plea, Your Honor, I did just want to mention, Your Honor, that my client is indigent, Your Honor. I was hoping to see if we could get a finding of indigent on the record and then on the order, Your Honor. My client, just briefly, Your Honor, he works at a restaurant, Your Honor, only makes a few $100s a week, maybe a little over 1,000 per month, Your Honor, not including bills and expenses. Also, Your Honor, he does have 3 children. His wife is currently unemployed, Your Honor.
Okay. Where does he reside? Do you know?
Sorry, say that again, Your Honor.
Yeah, where does he live? What city?
I believe McAllen, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. And but he's not employed right now?
No, Your Honor.
Oh, you
everything-
said he was at a restaurant?
He had been working there for quite some time, Your Honor. I'm not exactly sure the amount of time, Your Honor. Of course, since he's been arrested, which was about 21 days ago, I mean, he's, hasn't been employed since then, Your Honor, as well.
Okay.
So he's been unemployed for almost a month at this point in time.
All right. Okay. All right. State, anything to say, State?
No objection, Your Honor. No.
Okay, thank you. It'll be a plea, right?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Let's go ahead and do the plea, and then I'll proceed to
Eduardo, levanta tu mano derecha.
give some admonishments. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and
Juras
nothing
que el
but the truth?
testimonio que vas a dar es la verdad, solamente la verdad y nada más que la verdad.
Sí.
Yes, puedes bajar tu mano.
CR 22-11-401D. Eduardo Ortiz Ramos, your charge, Class 8 misdemeanor, DWI. It carries a potential penalty of up to a year in jail and not more than a $4,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that?
Eduardo, a ti te acusan de una clase A. Bajo la ley es no más de una multa de $4,000 y no más de un año en la cárcel. La pregunta es, ¿comprendes eso, sí o no?
Sí.
Yes.
You understand that you're entitled to a jury trial, you're entitled to an appeal, and that you waived those two rights?
Comprendes que tienes el derecho de que un jurado oiga tu caso, también tienes el derecho de apelar, pero es correcto que has rechazado esos dos derechos.
Sí.
Yes.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
¿Alguna vez te han declarado que estés mentalmente incompetente?
No.
No.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendation after you give your plea?
¿Comprendes tú que la corte no tiene que seguir la recomendación después de que tú te declares culpable?
Sí.
Yes.
And you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, that you plead guilty. Is he a U.S. citizen, Mr.
¿Eres
Gonzalez?
ciudadano de este país? Eduardo.
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
You understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, that you plead guilty in your case may result deportation, exclusion from admission to this country, or the denial of naturalization of federal law?
¿Comprendes que si no eres ciudadano de este país y te declaras culpable, eso puede resultar en deportación, exclusión o que te nieguen la entrada a este país bajo leyes federales? ¿Comprendes eso, sí o no?
Sí.
Yes.
All right. And was that explained to you by your attorney?
¿Y eso se te explicó a ti por tu abogado?
Sí.
Yes.
And how do you plead, sir? Guilty or not
¿Y
guilty?
cómo te declaras? ¿Culpable o no culpable?
Culpable.
Guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Y te estás declarando culpable libre y voluntariamente.
Sí.
Yes.
All right. State.
The state offers plea documents and offense reports as States Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant's right of appeal as States Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14, disclosures as States Exhibit 3, and waiver of risk and needs assessment as States Exhibit 4. State would also request defense counsel stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court. State would further request defense counsel stipulate to the fact that all evidence which has been e-filed is sufficient to corroborate today's plea of guilty.
No objection, Your Honor, and so stipulated.
And without objection, so admitted. It'll be the judgment of the court. The defendant is guilty as charged. And a recommendation, State?
In CR 22-11-401D, the state recommends a $300 fine, court costs 45 days, Hidalgo County Jail, credit for 22 days, and open restitution.
And Your Honor, if I may, Your Honor.
I'm sorry. What was there also restitution? Did I hear that?
Yes,
Open
Judge, we'll need a restitution hearing.
Okay, open restitution. Let me put that down here. And I'm sorry, he's done like 25 days, but what is it?
He's done 22 days, Judge, and the state is recommending 45 days. However,
Okay,
pursuant to the Texas Penal Code, Judge, this is a DWI second, and if he is going to be asking for a jail recommendation, then he has to do a minimum of 30 days, Judge.
okay. Yes, sir, Mr. Gonzalez?
And yes, Your Honor, with that said, Your Honor, we're respectfully asking for a 30-day recommendation instead of the 45 credit for 22 days, Your Honor. So another 8 days if this honorable court allows for him to
Okay.
resolve this matter.
Okay, because of the time in jail. Well, first of all, court will find that Eduardo Ortiz Ramos in CR 22-11-401, the court finds him indigent, and so therefore court will waive the fine and court costs because of the time in jail of 22 days that is done. Court will hereby sentence him to 30 days in jail, credit for 22, and we're going to have an open restitution. Do we have a date for that?
Eduardo, en el caso tuyo, el juez te quitó la multa y los costos de corte. En vez de 45 días que el fiscal estaba recomendando, le bajó a 30 días, crédito por 22 días. O te faltan 8 días en este caso para servir esta sentencia.
And do we need a hearing date?
Rachel, what's the restitution hearing?
Use December the 7th.
December 7th.
December 7th.
One more.
Yeah.
No.
All right, let me get you a date.
At 10?
At 10 a.m. It'll be December 7th, 10 a.m.
Are we
Mr.
using
Gonzalez.
10 o'clock, Rachel?
I believe so. I'm not sure on that, but I can call Mr. Gonzalez with the exact time.
Okay. Right now, it looks like December 7th, 10 a.m. Okay.
Sounds good, Your Honor.
And this for the restitution hearing. Do we have a name of the victim?
No, Judge.
No? Okay. All right. They're going to be looking for somebody. See if they find someone or not. So anyway, on Mr. Ramos's case, I think you already explained it, right?
Yes.
That'll be the judgment. Anything else, Mr. Gonzalez?
No, Your Honor, just on the order, it will say that he's indigent in for this case, correct, Your Honor?
Okay, that is correct. All right. You're both excused. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good seeing you. Have
Thank
a good
you.
one, Your Honor.
Okay. Have a good one.
Happy Thanksgiving, Your Honor.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Eric Lucio Guerrero.
Eric Lucio Guerrero.
Frank Parado is the attorney. He's
All
the
right.
victim.
That'll be a plea, Mr. Pulver.
Yes, Judge.
It'll be a plea?
It's 2 cases. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said 2 cases?
He has number
Yes.
9 and number 11.
Oh, 9 and 11. Here we go. I found them already. Mr. Prado, good morning, sir.
You're
State.
muted. Mr. Parado, you're muted.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Mr. Pulver, he's got 2 cases. There'll be a plea on both of them?
Yes, Judge. One's a
That'll be-
time served and one's the community service. I
Okay,
mean, sorry,
one is
community
number 9.
supervision.
My number 9 and number 11. That'll be 2 cases. All right. Any interpreting for Mr. Mr. Guerrero?
He's an English speaker, Your Honor.
Mr. Parado logged off.
Okay, Mr. Prado logged off. He was on and he left us. He's probably going to come back here. Let's see. No interpreting, right? Okay, okay.
Your Honor, can you hear me? Okay.
Can you hear me, Judge?
All right. Yes, I can hear you. Good morning. Welcome back.
Sorry about that, Judge. I had to hook up on my phone. My computer just went
All
out
right.
on me.
No problem. We have here Eric Guerrero with 2 cases. There'll be 2 pleas, right, State?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Please raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
You may put your hand down. 2 cases here. CR 22-09-425D, Eric Lucio Guerrero, Class B misdemeanor, duty on strike in the fixture on the highway. And then CR 22-11-638D, possession of a controlled substance, Class A misdemeanor. There'll be a Class B and a Class A charge. The Class B carries a potential penalty of up to 180 days in jail and not more than a $2,000 fine upon conviction. On the Class A, the potential penalty can be up to a year in jail and not more than a $4,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand that for each case, you're entitled to a jury trial. You're entitled to an appeal. And did you waive those 2 rights?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
No, sir.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendations after you give your plea?
Yes, sir.
And what is your plea, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily on both cases?
Yes, sir.
All right, State.
Your Honor, in each case, the state offers plea documents and offense reports as State's Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant's right of appeal as State's Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14 disclosures as State's Exhibit number 3, and waiver of risk and needs assessment as State's Exhibit number 4. State would also request defense counsel stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court. State would further request defense counsel stipulate to the fact that all evidence which has been e-filed is sufficient to corroborate today's plea of guilty.
No objection, Your Honor, and so agreed and stipulated.
All right, and without objection, so admitted. It'll be the judgment of the court. The defendant is guilty as charged on both cause numbers. Now, recommendations, State?
Your Honor, in CR 2209-425D, the state recommends a $400 fine, court costs, 180 days Hidalgo County Jail, probated over 10 months, defensive driving course, 30 community service hours, and open restitution to victims, City of Mercedes Police Department.
City of Mercedes. And is it going to be also December 7th at 10 a.m.? The restitution hearing, Mr. Prado, will
Yes,
be
Judge.
December 7th, 10 a.m. December 7th, 10 a.m. to see if there's any damages out there, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
And in the meantime, on this one, we can waive the community hours. And let me hear first the other recommendation and then go from there. CR 2211-638D. Yes, ma'am.
The state recommends a $100 fine, court costs 11 days Hidalgo County Jail, credit for 11 days.
All right, on this second case, no fine, no court costs, 11 for 11, time served. So let's go back to the first one, the probation case. On that one, let me see here. We're coming back December the 7th, 10 a.m. Restitution, no community hours. Court will lower the fine to $200. Anything else, Mr. Prado?
That's all, Your Honor. Just come back and see what the restitution is.
That's right. Let's see what we have on that one. So that'll do it, Mr. Guerrero. You're excused, okay, sir?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Yes, sir, you're excused. Have a good day, huh? Happy
Good
holidays. Bye-bye.
Thanksgiving also.
You too.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Judge.
Sofia Arispe,
Miss Arispe?
for number 12. And number 6, and I believe a victim is in person in the court.
Number 12 and 6, you said? All right, let's see, Miss Arispe.
Yes, Judge.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. You represent Jose Guadalupe Campos?
Yes, Judge, I do, Judge. On this matter, Judge, we're asking for bond reductions, Judge. I understand that the alleged victim on one of the cases, who is his girlfriend, was appearing in court, Judge. I don't know if the state wants to take her testimony now, because this is a non-prosecution statement that she had given before, I believe.
Okay. Did she do a affidavit of non-prosecution?
I understand she did, Judge.
Okay. All right. And what's her name again? I think we got it earlier.
Miss Cordaway, Brenda Cordaway.
Oh yeah, Cordaway. That's right, Cordaway. We heard that name there before. So did you want to put on some testimony, Miss Prosecutor?
Yes, Judge, that'll be fine.
You want to call her up? Okay. Miss Cordaway, good morning, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Good morning.
You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I swear.
You may put your hand down. All right, Miss. I understand she's coughing, so we're going to try to hurry this one up, okay? Yes, Mr. Palutha, you may proceed.
Yes, if you can please state your full name for the record.
Brenda Lee Cordaway.
Okay, and what is your relationship with the defendant?
He's my boyfriend.
And how long have you been together?
Since February 11.
Do you live in the same house?
Huh?
Do you live in the same house? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, and can you tell me what occurred on or about, briefly, if you can tell me what occurred on or about July 8th, 2022?
On July 8th? The first incident?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's because my ears are like popping. I can't really hear.
think she's having trouble hearing because of her cold and cough.
Judge, I'm just asking if she can explain what occurred on July 8th, Judge, 2022.
Oh, okay. We have been arguing and I just called the cops to get him removed off my property. Prior to that, I had surgery, which I had my pictures and everything where they had stick my needles here and on my arms. I still had bruises. When the cop got there, they arrested him thinking that he had hit me. But my bruises are on my phone. I got pictures that I had surgery and he was arrested for that, thinking that he had assaulted me, but he did not assault me.
Okay, so that was that date, right? Okay.
Was there a history of violence in your relationship?
I'm sorry.
Is there a history of violence in your relationship?
If there's violence in my relationship?
Is there a history of violence?
Oh, no.
Okay, and are you concerned about any future violent acts?
Oh, no.
Did you fill out an affidavit of non-prosecution at the DA's office? Did you fill out an affidavit of non-prosecution?
Yeah. I went over here to the one that they have here, yes.
And did you fill it out on your free will?
Yes, ma'am.
Nobody promised you anything or threatened you in any way to get you to sign anything? Okay, do you wish to drop the charges against the defendant?
Yes.
And you do understand that by dropping the charges, this case cannot be reopened in the future, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And however, you do understand that if another incident was to occur, then you can open up a new case.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's all we will do at this time, Your Honor.
Okay, any questions, Mr. Arispa?
No, Judge. And if I may, on the second case, Judge, she's actually a witness, but because of her cough, I don't know if she's going to be able to testify. Second case deals with, that's going to be CR 2211-639D, Judge, her
Correct.
family. And on that one, we're asking for a bond reduction, Judge, to $200 cash or surety. They no longer live on the same property as her family, Judge. And her testimony, and we can save it for the actual trial, Judge, is that her family actually were the instigators. They had been drinking. That included mom's boyfriend, her mother's boyfriend, her stepbrother, and her mom. They had been drinking. They had been invited to a barbecue, Judge. When they were getting ready to leave, he was attacked by the mother's boyfriend, Judge, so he was defending himself. And so on that one, she would be a witness that he did not instigate anything. He was defending himself. And so we're asking for the court's consideration on a $200 cash or surety bond.
Cash surety. Okay.
Yes, and they don't live on that property anymore, Judge. They have left the property.
All right, State.
Your Honor, at this time, we don't have any contact information for the victim just because this case is still fairly new. So the state would be unopposed to a $500 cash surety, Judge. Given that this is the second assault case.
Okay, I think the first case, CR 2206-168D, that one already has a 500 cash surety, right?
Yes, Judge.
Judge, and I think the bondsman returned that bond, Judge, and given Mrs. Cordaway's testimony, Judge, I don't know if the state would consider dismissal at this time, Judge. My client had started his anger management class, but then got arrested on this charge, so he has not finished that class, Judge. But pursuant to her testimony, there's no assault at all, Judge. She says that the bruises that the police saw were from her surgery, the IVs and shots that she'd gotten, Judge. So I don't know if the state would consider dismissal at this point on that case.
Once we receive the anger management certificate, then we'll dismiss it.
Okay, so then for right now,
and Judge, we're asking for 200 because they cannot, since they're moving, well, they've already started moving away from the house they were living in, Judge. I know I spoke to Mrs. Cordaway and they don't have the funds to do the 500 and 500 again. So we're asking the court's consideration at 200 each case, Judge.
Okay, and how long has he been, how long has the defendant been in jail? 18 days? About 18 and 12? No.
5.
Yes.
18 and 7 days. Yeah, 18 and 7 days. Okay. All right. Then at this time, court will go ahead and issue a $200 cash surety bond for each of the two cases. And we can set it for pretrial.
May 24th, 2023 at 2 p.m.
All right, now look at this. May 24th, at what time? 3 p.m.?
At 2 p.m.
2 p.m. May 24th, 2 p.m., Ms. Arisbe. However, if you work something out with the state and you want the court to recall it back, we'll bump it up, okay, man?
He needs to finish.
Yes, sir.
Mujeres Unidas.
Right. Now, once he gets out, he has to go continue and finish the Mujeres Unidas program.
He was doing the anger management, Judge.
Or anger management? Okay. Yeah, whichever one it was, he just needs to finish it, okay?
Yes, Judge. We have
Okay.
nothing further.
All right. Anything else, State?
Not at this time, Judge.
All right, then that'll do it. You're excused. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you, Mr. Campos. On both cases, I think we put them on the record. CR 2206-168D. CR 2211-639D. Both of them, Jose Guadalupe Campos. Both of them, $200 cash surety bonds. All right, you're excused. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
That's it for the judge.
Okay, how about this
No.
section?
We have a female, Juanita Rangel.
Juanita Rangel. Let me find out. Where do we have her here?
Do you have a case number, ma'am?
Judge, this defendant was supposed to, because she wasn't supposed to be brought over, Judge.
She was supposed to be brought over.
Yeah, I don't show her on the docket. I
Okay,
don't show
yeah, we don't have her on
on
the docket either. Yeah, we don't have it.
Okay, thank you.
So, but thank you for waiting there, man. You're excused. Have a great day.
It's okay. Thank you, likewise.
All right, thank you, man. Are we gonna
No.
continue?
No. Going into the 11:30 docket, Mario Garcia, number 1.
Okay, staff and state, we're into the 11:30 docket now. And who are we gonna bring in, Mr.?
Mario Garcia, I don't know if his client is with.
All right, let's find out about Mr. Mario Garcia.
Good morning, Your Honor. How is everyone doing?
Good morning, Mr. Mario Garcia. You're wearing the perfect blue glasses right there for this weather, man. I really wish I had a pair like that, man.
Thank you, Your Honor. It helps with the computer screen.
That computer screen reflection and everything else, right?
Yes, it helps helps to read minds.
Uh-oh. Don't read mine here.
Just
don't
kidding.
read mine in YouTube right now, okay? Don't read mine. I want to enjoy my Thanksgiving.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Garcia, you represent Hector Hernandez.
Yes, sir. I believe he was placed on pretrial diversion, and I received a call from Ms. Ramirez, probation officer, that apparently he had been arrested.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Judge, it was a PTD POM that was placed back earlier in the year, and he picked up 2 new offenses, but he had also absconded supervision. So he's still in custody. I thought he was going to come in with the jail guys. So today I was going to recommend that he be removed and his bond be revoked because he's still in custody on the 2 new charges.
Judge, that's correct. So he was placed on the PTD POM on February 10th, 2022. And he just got arrested on Thursday for a Class C theft, a felony possession of controlled substance, and a Class A possession of a controlled substance. He doesn't have any holds on this case, but he does have a 5,000 cash surety on the felony and a 2,000 cash surety on the
Okay.
misdemeanor.
Then when you yes, sir.
I had a question on this.
Sure.
On the PTD for the POM case that represented Mr. Hernandez on this particular case number here we have for today. Was it for a 60-day period, or was it longer than that he had been in supervision?
For the PTD POM, it's 60 days.
Right. And so at the time of his arrest, had that already been concluded, the PTD program, or had he failed to complete the program successfully? I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah. I believe Mr. Ramirez said that he absconded.
So
Mr. Ramirez, so he had a violation or violations during those 60 days?
Yes, Judge, he stopped reporting and he didn't comply with any of the conditions.
Okay, I didn't know about that.
Okay, then therefore, court will go ahead and grant state's motion to revoke and to remove him from the PTD in CR 2011 756D State versus Hector Julian Hernandez. That'll be a removal, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
A warrant.
And then we're going to issue a warrant, right? Yeah, but he's on hold anyway. He's in jail, right?
That's my understanding, Your Honor, that he's in custody.
Okay. So then that'll do it. Mr. Garcia, that'll do it, sir. Happy holidays.
Thank you,
Okay.
Your Honor. Happy
Yes, sir.
Thanksgiving to one and all. Thank you. Thank you, Jessica.
All right. Thank you, sir. Bye bye.
Ms. Ada. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Mario.
Give me another name.
Mr. Attorney Victor Jaramillo has Kelme Briones.
Okay. Let me see
PTD
here.
placement.
That'll be Mr. Rudy Moreno.
Good morning, Judge.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Mr. Moreno. You're here for Victor Jaramillo?
Yes, sir. Just I'm standing in, Your Honor. He had a federal debriefing today.
Oh, on this one, right? Okay. Okay. And that'll be on CR 22-03-891D. Riquelme Briones?
Yes, Your Honor. It's ready for PTD placement.
It'll be a PTD plea, right, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Very well. Mr. Briones, you need to unmute.
There it is, yes, sir.
All right. All right. Sir, you have CR 22-03-891D, State versus Riquelme Briones. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
You may put your hand down. Your charge here, DWI Class B misdemeanor. It carries a potential penalty of up to 180 days in jail and not more than a $2,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you're entitled to a jury trial. You're entitled to an appeal. Did you waive those two rights?
Yes, sir, to join the PTD.
Yes. Did you waive the rights for the trial and an appeal?
Yes, sir.
That's what you're saying, okay? Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
No, sir.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendations after you give your plea. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And what is your plea, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, sir.
All right. And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
All right. State?
Your Honor, at this time, the state recommends that the defendant be placed on the 1-year DWI PTD program.
And Your Honor, we have no objection to any of exhibits or stipulations to all venue and everything, Your Honor.
All right. And without objection, so admitted. All right. At this time, the court will withhold any finding of guilt or innocence and will suspend any judgment whatsoever in cause number CR 22-03-891D, State versus Riquelme Briones. So court will not find anybody guilty today or anything like that. What we're going to do, though, is get into the PTD program, where all we ask here, Mr. Briones, is follow the terms and conditions of this program. So sometime down the line, we can dismiss this case. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, we're going to have a status hearing. Status hearing, May 31st, 2 p.m. May 31st, 2023, 2 p.m. That'll be the first status hearing. So hopefully at that time, Mr. Briones will get a good report. Okay, sir?
Yes, sir, for sure. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, very well. So good luck with your program here and happy holidays, okay?
Oh,
Thank
Judge,
you, sir. You too.
All right,
Is
thank you.
probation-
Mr.
probation-
Moreno, did you have a question?
Yes, Your Honor. Is probation going to call him or do they?
Oh, yes, they're going to give him a call.
Okay. Perfect, Judge.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, sir. Your excuse. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hey, you guys.
All right, next we have is,
Guerra has a plea with Mr. Cuervas.
okay, Mr. Guerra, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Judge.
Your client is Juan Alfredo Garza, right, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, CR 22-06-233D, and Mr. Garza needs to unmute. There it is. All right, good morning. Please raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Truth.
Yes, all right, you may put your hand down. Your charge here is possession of a controlled substance, Class A misdemeanor. It carries a potential penalty of up to a year in jail and not more than a $4,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that?
You understand that?
You understand that you're entitled to a jury trial, you're entitled to an appeal, and that you waived those two rights?
Yes.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
No.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendations after you give your plea?
Yes.
And what is your plea, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
I'm guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes. Yes,
All
sir.
right, state. All right, state.
Your Honor, state offers plea documents and offense reports as State's Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant's right of appeal as State's Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14 disclosures as State's Exhibit 3, and waiver of risk and needs assessment as State's Exhibit 4. State would also request defense counsel stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court. State would further request defense counsel stipulate to the fact that all evidence which has been e-filed is sufficient to corroborate today's plea of guilty.
No objection, so stipulated, Your Honor.
Without objection, so admitted. It'll be the judgment of the court. The defendant is guilty as charged. And a recommendation, State?
Your Honor, in CR 2206233D, the state recommends a $150 fine, court costs, 3 months deferred adjudication, a drug education course, and 20 community service hours.
All right, court will amend the judgment to reflect that it'll be the judgment of the court that the finding of guilty and all further proceedings are hereby deferred in CR 2206233D in the case of State versus Juan Alfredo Garza. Is that the understanding, Mr. Guerra?
Yes, Your Honor, that is our understanding. I would just like to inform the court that Mr. Garza has completed a drug education course. If the court would consider that upon proving that to the probation officer, Judge.
Yes, I think it will be considered, right, Ms. Ramirez?
Yes, Judge, if he did it after he was arrested, we give him credit.
Yeah, after his arrest, if he did it, that'll work. But
Thank
the
you,
good
John.
news here is it's just 3 months deferred. That's pretty good. And the court will hereby waive the community hours. So no community hours, okay? They'll be waived.
Great, Judge. Thank you.
All right. So did you understand that, Mr. Garza?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
150 fine plus court costs and then the 3 months deferred and the drug education classes, but I think you already took them. Just give that proof to the state or the probation officer and that should do it. But no community hours. All right, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck with that. All right.
Merry
You're
Christmas,
excused. Have a good day. Yes. Have a great day,
Thank you,
guys. Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rita. Okay. Thank you, state. Thank you, staff.